Benline Agencies. Your partner in Asia. Integrated Shipping Services. Liner. NVOCC. ISA Tank Agency. Port Agency. Project Logistics. Offshore Support. Shipbroking. Benline Agencies is an independent shipping agency and logistics service company. Benline Agencies has two functioning Indonesian entities, PT Bahari Akan Nusantara and PT Simba Logistik. Currently employ over 300 staff across more than 25 offices in Indonesia. History of Benline. 1825, two brothers, Alexander and William Thompson, set up their own account as shipbrokers and subsequently ship owners in Leith, Edinburgh. 1853, the prefix Ben, an English approximation of the Gaelic word for mountain, was first used for Benkluk and later the name of the owning company became Benline Steamers. 1859, Arabi Maid began an exploratory voyage to Chinese and Japanese ports which took nearly 2 years. This signified the company's first foray into the Far East, which later became the company's major trade route. 1914 to 1918, at the beginning of the First World War, Benline had 14 steamers on its Far East service, out of a total fleet of 21 vessels. After the war, the company found itself with only 11 of its ships. 1923, during the Great Kando earthquake that took place in Tokyo on 1st of September 1923, two Benryak, which were in Yokohama at the time, helped in rescuing and providing relief for the victims of the disaster. 1930 to 1939, no vessel in the fleet was laid up at any point during the Great Depression, a feat for which Benline is justifiably proud. 1939 to 1945, at the outbreak of the Second World War, the Far East fleet stood at 2 vessels. 14 ships in total were sunk by enemy action, leaving just 6 vessels in the fleet. 1950 to 1972, Benline continued to develop its liner services between Europe and the Far East, operating fast, custom-built twin-deck vessels. Benline pioneered a number of new trade routes, and became one of the leading liner companies in the trade. 1972, Benline Ship Management Limited was formed to offer a comprehensive range of ship management services to smaller owners, providing them with guidance from knowledge that Benline had gained over the years. Grey Hunter 1974 to 1986 tanker managed on behalf of Robert Benson Lonsdale and Company Limited. 1972-1973, the company's first 3 container ships, each with a capacity of 3,000 tons and a deadweight of 50,000 tons, were delivered. These ships operated within the 17-strong fleet of a 3-nation consortium, the Trio Group, made up of Benline, Hapag-Lloyd, Mitsui O.S.K., MOL, Nippon Yusen Keisha, NYK, and Overseas Containers Limited, OCL, all engaged in the Far East trade. 1973, Benline entered the bulk trades by purchasing both dry bulk vessels and chemical tankers. 1974, the company diversified into offshore oil exploration by forming a partnership with an American firm, Ocean Drilling and Exploration Co., Autico, an experienced operator. The joint company, which was called Benautico, owned and operated semi-submersible rigs, jack-up rigs and drill ships. 1977, the Benline Group employed over 2,000 shore-based and seagoing staff, and owned a fleet of 4 container ships, 13 cargo liners, 3 chemical tankers, 6 bulk carriers, and 5 rigs and drill ships. In addition, 3 oil tankers and 1 container carrier were managed on behalf of other owners. Furthermore, through the purchase of another company, it owned 7 other vessels and became Britain's biggest offshore drilling contractor. 1984, Benryak made history as being the heaviest semi-submersible drilling rig, 17,200 tons, to be transported on board a semi-submersible carrier, voyaging some 14,000 miles from New Zealand to Spain. 1987, the company made a strategic decision to start actively seeking outside shipping agency principals to complement the in-house core business activity of container liner shipping. Benline Agencies was established. 1992 to 1996, following the sale of Benline ships and rigs, emphasis was placed on the development of Benline Agencies, which is owned by its key stakeholders, many of whom are managers of the company. Descendants of the original shareholders also retained a substantial interest in the company. During this period, Benline agencies operated from offices in Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. The main business activity was liner agency. 1996 to 2005, Benline agencies developed a wide-ranging network of own offices and associates throughout Asia. 1997 Philippines, 1997 Vietnam, 1998 Indonesia, 1999 China, 2000 Myanmar, 2002 Cambodia, 2005 India and Sri Lanka. The scope of business was considerably enhanced with the introduction of a dedicated port agency services division, forwarding businesses, and most recently project logistics and offshore support services divisions. 2007, the company opened its 50th office in Asia. The office in Kemuman Supply Base, Malaysia was opened principally to cater for the specific needs of Benline's agency's growing number of clients from the offshore sector. The handling of a semi-submersible accommodation rig in Kemuman. 2009, the company, which had expanded to over 80 offices across 15 countries employing over 1,200 staff, celebrated 150 years in Asia. A new hardback book, Benline by Graham Sumner, was published in commemoration of this milestone in the company's history. 2011, Benline Agencies is pleased to announce the opening of its 100th office in Asia. Following the 150th anniversary celebration in 2009, this landmark event in the company's history further cements Benline Agencies' position as the leading shipping services provider with the most comprehensive office network in Asia. 2013, Benline Agencies opens 2 offices in South Korea, Seoul and Busan, and 1 in Timor-Leste, Dili, extending the Benline Agencies network to 16 countries and 113 offices, covering 649 ports throughout the region. Network of owned offices. An expanding network of over 122 offices in 16 countries employing over 1,500 people, Benline network offices in Asia, Cambodia, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, South Korea,
Sri Lanka,
Taiwan, Thailand,
Timor-Leste,
Vietnam. What we do: liner agency, feeder, NVOCC agency, ISA tank, port agency service, offshore support, Benline, project logistics PLPL, ship broker and commercial services, Symbol Logistics, warehouse, Benline agencies, container terminal, BLACT. Benline agencies offices in Indonesia,
Belawan, Medan, Dumai, Palembang, Merak, Jakarta Tanjung Priok, Bandung, Semarang, Surabaya, Gresik, Bali, Benete, Batam, Karimun, Bintan, Banjarmasin, Kota Baru, Tarakan, Bunyu Island, Berau. Bontang. Samarinda. Balikpapan. Sorong.
Liner, NVOCC and Isotank Agency. Benline Agencies is one of the leading liner agency networks in Asia and offers a seamless and consistent service through all its countries of operation. Benline Agencies represents a wide range of liner principals including mainline container operators, feeder services, break bulk and multi-purpose vessel operators, container operating NVOCC services, isotank operators. Current mainliner operator principals in Indonesia:
Hamburg Sud, TS Lines,
Swire Shipping, United Africa Feeder Line, UAFL, Fesco, Express Feeders. Current NVOCC principals in Indonesia: World Strait Maritime, Pan Asia Line, Ecom Shipping Line, KCA Line, Kestrel Shipping, Sargic, Oceanic Star Line, Transliner, Forever Rich Shipping, Isotank Principal at Indonesia, Japan Oil Transportation, JOT, M&S Logistics, Interbulk, Bolt. Port Agencies Services. Benline Agencies provides the full range of port agency services through a network of owned and managed offices in Asia. Our staff work in dedicated teams consisting of an appropriate mixture of local and international staff to ensure all our principals' needs are met. Our port agency teams are on hand 24 hours a day every day to ensure quick, accurate and effective communication with our principals. Over the years, we have built strong relationships with port authorities and cargo interests to ensure the smooth and timely berthing and dispatch of principals' vessels. Our professional, experienced and qualified port captains and operations staff are trained to have a proactive and forward-thinking approach. This ensures that potential problems are anticipated and acted upon before they can escalate. Through our solid and long-standing reputation, we are widely recognized as the leading provider of port agency services in the region. Our fully comprehensive services include bunker calls coordination, layups port information, cargo superintendent's load, discharge protective agency, cargo transshipment, market intelligence repairs, cash to master new, building spares, delivery crew changes, permitting stevedoring, dry docks, P&I advice, surveys full, vessel clearance, port captains, covering all sectors of the industry, including break bulk, charterers, chemical, container ships, crude, cruise, dry bulk, gas, naval, operators, owners, product, project, heavy lee foot, ship managers, supplier receiver, reefer, ro-ro, traders, and tug and barge, ship broker and commercial services. Benline Agencies provides a full range of shipbroking services to our clients, through our extensive network of offices in Asia. Our dedicated teams aim not just to act as an intermediary between directly contracting counterparties, but we also look to provide our clients with sound business advice to build long-term relationships. Our policy is to constantly adapt our scope of services to the changing needs of our clients, but at all times carefully preserving our well-earned reputation and tradition for providing first-class shipping services throughout Asia. Our full-scale shipbroking services cover chartering, sale and purchase including demolition, pre-purchase inspections, offshore support. Benline Agencies recognizes that the offshore marine sector is unique in that it has specialized port agency and logistics requirements. Our dedicated offshore operations teams, with expert knowledge and experience of the offshore industry, are on hand 24 hours a day every day of the year to ensure our principals receive a consistent first-class service. Our highly skilled staff have a detailed understanding of the complexity of customs formalities and the importance of rapid mobilization required for offshore projects. We understand the highly pressurized environment in which our principals operate, so we fully appreciate the importance of meeting deadlines, the need for flexibility, and above all the requirement for a proactive approach. Benline Project Logistics. Cooperating with engineering companies, procurement and construction, EPC, contractors, fabricators and other project logistics providers, in managing the supply chain of equipment moving to infrastructural projects, we link Asia with the rest of the world. Sea freight, domestic and international. Heavy-duty barging. Inland transport. Customs formalities. Transshipment. Stevedoring. Warehousing. Job site delivery and positioning. Port captains. Storage. Port operations. Track and trace systems. Utilizing the services of our network of offices throughout Asia, and in partnership with like-minded organizations in the major industrial centers of the world, the supply chain and the subsequent flow of equipment is managed in an efficient, timely and economic manner. Our extensive network of offices, as well as supporting partners around the globe, enables us to provide a full project logistics service to, from Asia, particularly Indonesia. Benline Indonesia projects under BLPL. Mobile Harbor Crane Project, owner, Liebherr. Scope, custom clearance, local handling and logistics services in Medan and Dumai, as well as logistics assistance for erection and commissioning of the cranes, incorporated certification. Heaviest unit 250 tons. Body dump 777F, owner, Caterpillar. Scope, shipping from Jakarta to Lomé including transshipment handling at Singapore. Coal handling facilities projects, owner, Krakatau Engineering. Scope, shipping from Guan custom clearance, inland transport, logistics from Guangzhou and Singapore to Sigading. Crane movement, owner, Cipta Hassel Sujardo. Scope, shipping from Indonesia to Lee, PNG. Orama project, owner, Mulia, MA Investment. Scope, full logistics service from Jakarta, Indonesia to site at Port Moresby, PNG. Wind farm project Cyprus, owner, Vestas, Corindo. Scope, shipping from Sigading to Limassol, Cyprus. Simba Logistics. In Southeast Asia and Japan, the company has established its wholly owned subsidiary, Simba Logistics, to be able to offer a wide range of forwarding, warehousing, stevedoring services and container terminal, depot. These include sea freight forwarding, air freight, local transportation and storage, customs clearance, cargo tracking and tracing, cargo packing and consolidation, vessel stevedoring, warehouse and Benline agencies container terminal depot. Cooperate, PT Mitra Jaya Bahari Terminal 2. With facilities. Land space area 30,000 square meters. Surface type paving block. Capacity 1,002s, warehousing. Distance to port 5 kilometers. Number of cranes 3 units. Number of reefer plugs 18 plugs. Number of gate 2 line for gate in, 2 lines for gate out. CCTV all around depot fences. Quality, health, safety and the environment. Benline Agencies remains fully committed to its quality, health, safety and environment policy and its central theme of continuous improvement. Our long-term success depends on our ability to continuously improve our service delivery while protecting our people and the environment in which we work. Our head office in Singapore has successfully achieved International Organization for Standardization (ISO) certifications from Lloyd's Register for recognition of its quality, health and safety and environmental management systems. These certifications include ISO 9001-2008, Quality, OSAS 18001-2007, Occupational Health and Safety, and ISO 14001-2004, Environmental Management Systems. We are rolling out this triple ISO certification program to our network of offices in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam and India with the aim of securing accreditation by Q3 2012. The rest of the group will follow in 2013. Trade compliance. Benline Agency's goal is to maintain the highest standards of ethics, professionalism and business conduct, as well as ensure that we act in strict compliance with international laws at all times. Our staff regularly attend trade compliance training seminars run by our principals and have good awareness of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act 1977, UK Bribery Act 2011 and other relevant legislation. They are also encouraged to attend relevant third-party seminars such as the Anti-Corruption South and SE Asia Summit held annually in Singapore. As a Trace intermediary member of Trace International Incorporated, Benline Agencies Limited has successfully completed a Trace Standard Due Diligence Review signifying the company's commitment to transparency in international commercial transactions. As an associate member of the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network, MACN, we cooperate with like-minded industry companies to promote compliance with anti-corruption laws and eliminate corrupt practices. Benline Agencies Sumatra. At Sumatra, Benline Agencies have 4 branches office.
Medan, Palembang, Belawan, Dumai,